My dear friend, you are most welcome on my three channels. This is video in English because I want to tell the corruption about the corruption of the India, which is inhibits in every department. But it is very amazing that the Indian judiciary is one of the most corrupt judiciary system of the India. First, we will talk about the judiciary system or the selection of the high court judges or the lower or the supreme court judges. This known as the group of the goons or the those goons who are the judiciary goons, and they are doing the undemocratic setup for the selection of the high court judges and the supreme court judges. What is the colosseum? I would like to tell you that this is my book, The Reflex, the all the collegium system, which is the devilish system of India, and and the root of the collegium system inhibits the corruption of the judiciary. Even when a villager or the poor people goes to the district court or to the tehsil court or the subdivisional court where the judge are sitting there, even the poor people are being harassed or are being or their blood is being sucking by these judicial monsters. Even judge is sitting there inside the chamber, and the people who are under the government, state government. Uh, for instance, I went to the Ghaziabad court on 17th March in my lawsuit, the dispute in a code CGM 2 or 3, and he allotted the next date, 1st May 225. And when I returned to see the date after signing on that paper, he asked me to in the so way, oh, coach. Then I rebuked her, man, you are shameless person. You have no shame as the Indian judges. Most of the judges are the corrupt of India. Because all the judges are corrupt in India, this is very significant statement which I am giving, or I am stating this statement, because in each and every court of India there is a bribery in the name of allotting the dates. Why the Supreme Court could not do the system of the allotting dates without any bias, no sense? Because the Supreme Court justice are always always in the selection of the dishonesty, undemocratic selection of the judges in the Supreme Court and High Court. So they cannot open their mouths, because a well-known proverb, हमाम में सारे नंगे हैं और चोर चोर मौसारे भाई, means all the people which are taking bath in the pool are half-naked or semi-naked, and all the thieves are the brother or the son of the mothers who are the sister, real sister. So this is why the procedure, the collegium system is very dangerous to the society. And this is the mingleness of the so-called corrupt politicians, so-called corrupt judges, and so-called corrupt police officers, or even every government officer. They are a caucus. I would like to say that all the judges are not corrupt. So many judges are so honest. But I am stating, or I am asking, or I am describing the corrupt system of the judiciary. Though a judge maybe, I don't say must be, because every judge have some subordinate employees which are not the LLB holders. They are the simply the clerks. Simply the clerks. The technical name must be anything else. Munsi and what's you can say whatever your name. This is the technical issue. Our issue is on the focusing on the corruption in the Indian judiciary. When a person which is suffered by the bus travel, by the train travels in the district court, because in the district is not a small area. A district has no small area. Many districts are so long and vast in the area that even the fare to and fro fare of the poor villagers or poor city men is exceed their daily income. And after that, these monasters who are sitting in the court of the India, these monasters are asking the bribery only allotment the dates. The allotment of these dates in the court is a totally corrupt system. Even the so many lawyers are also perpetrator of this bribery, because when they went with me, my advocate, though he is my friend, but many times his one junior who was from the Bameta village of Ghaziabad, he was the Yadav, told me that here you must be paid to allotment the dates. Then I rebuked that person on 17th March, not that advocate. This is the prior case or prior incident. Then I rebuked that person why I should pay bribery, and he rebuked and threatened him that if you will ask me a bribery for the date, I will tell you district magistrate of Ghaziabad. No doubt, district magistrate Ghaziabad must be honest. But how we can decide that all the judges are honest? Even in their chamber, the subordinate of the judges are taking bribery in the name of the allot of the dates, the next hearing dates. So it is our duty, it is duty of the lawyers, and it is duty of the all respectable magistrate or the judges. I am stating those magistrate and judges only respectable which are the honest. If any judge or the judicial employee is dishonest, he is not honorable to me. He is just like a devil or monster, as all the corrupt officials. Now we will try about the discussion of the collegium, means the selection of the Supreme Court judges and the High Court judges. So this is my book, Panorama of Democracy in Context. I will tell you some aspects of this books or sub-contents of this book to show or disclosing the bribery in judiciary. I will see. I will tell you only some few papers. Otherwise, you will not purchase my book. Then what mean of my this labor to publish this book? The government is going to pass the against Hindus and inside. Collegium system, yes. There is not a mention of the collegium system to select the judges, High Court and Supreme Court. So this is only an enforceable imposed system only for weighing the weight of undemocratic setup for the favoring of certain families of lawyers and the command the whole judicial power in the few hands and their political godfathers or the master may take advance. It is very amazing that this system imposed on Indian democracy on dated 28 October 1998 by the judgment of three judges by Supreme Court in a collegium system. There are one Chief Justice and four junior judges of the Supreme Court panel decided the appointment of judges and transfer of judges in the court. It is very undemocratic dictatorship of this collegium because these days government of India has to obey the recommendation of this panel in the second times means government only can reject the recommendation of this panel once only. Second time government of India is helpless indirectly. So this is the insult of the Indian citizens who formed the government by their votes. So this collegium system proves that India is a pseudo-democratic country and judiciary is snatching the rights of every citizen due to the not direct selection of the judges as per competition or on the merits basis. So we can say that this system is imposed by the group of the judges as Vikram is bearing the weight of Betal. These are all the Betals and the public is the Vikram and Vikram is the public is bearing the weight of these betas, these monsters. This is the main reason of the nepotism corruption in higher judiciary. The data of selection of judges in high courts and the Supreme Court proved that judiciary system in India is the slave of some group of the families only. The selection process of judges in Supreme Court is known as collegium system. This system is very against the democratic setup of India. In collegium system panel for the five judges and recommendation of the advocates of judges panel to government of India in such a way government also recommends some names of advocates judges to the Supreme Court selection committee. That is to collegium and this process is vice versa means scrutiny or regularization of the both panels that is sent by the government and sent by the Supreme Court collegiums. After scrutinize the both panels, Supreme Court Collegium Committee sent this report to the central government and so this process continues and the number of litigation increase rapidly in great number. We can say that this is a backdoor entries or the son daughters or the relatives or nearer and dears of the Supreme Court judges. There is a compulsion or the central government that government can reject the panel of judges only once and the second time government has no option but to accept it. This is why if the government is not satisfied with this panel, generally first rejection lingered on knowingly, so there is no time limits of the rejection of the panel. So this is a totally corrupted and the rotten system of judges selection in judiciary. It promotes the nepotism in the judiciary. We are well aware that due to this erratic system, many names in the panel of the Supreme Court or many names of the central government panels are pending since long time. UPA government constituting a National Judiciary Appointment Commission Rashtriya Nyayik Niyukti Ayog on May 214 as he was empowered in the government he was empowered in Indian as Indian government. Supreme Court condemns this. This is that NJAC Rashtriya Nyayik Ayog law in the unconstitutional for grabbing the all powers of the appointments. This shows the egoistic nature of the judge. NGAC constitution has to be a chairperson and will be between Chief Justice of Supreme Court to Senior Judge of Supreme Court, Law Minister, one of the two learned personality of India. This is the designer of NJC. These two dignitaries have been chosen by the largest party of Parliament. If opposition leader is not in the committee, then largest party will choose the three great personality of any renowned field. CGI of Supreme Court, Prime Minister, but Supreme Court was against the selection of two renowned personality of India. This is the black face of our Indian judiciary, and we cannot bear the such corrupt system of judiciary. No doubt, if this judicial system will be corrupt in the same way, the violence can be erupted throughout the world, throughout the India, or untoward incidents will be took place in the next coming days in many courts, even in Gajab court. If he will ask to bribery for next hearing, that I will do something else to create a lesson, or I will teach them a lesson that they will do not dare to in future to uh, ask me a bribery, because they have the families, they have the houses outside the courts, and we are the people of the India are very mighty. If we will decide to teach a lesson such corrupt personalities which is doing the job under the corrupt judges of the India. Thank you very much. And you can buy my this book. I In this book all the lacunas of the Indian laws are hearing so, and the corruption of the judges are in this book. So many example I have written or described it in this book according to the available documents. Thank you. See you very much.